that very soon we will all see the building of the third temple in Jerusalem.
The table of showbread is ready. The menorah is ready. All of the golden pieces are ready. The third temple is ready.
Our job to bring and to build the third temple.
They're also planning to slaughter 5 red cows. That paves the way for the building of the third temple, replacing the Dome of the Rock.
In recent years, we've seen many signs that point to the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. But what's happening in Israel right now is unlike anything we've seen in decades, maybe even centuries. After nearly 2,000 years, something remarkable is stirring in Jerusalem. The role of the high priest is being restored. Yes, you heard that right. A man has been chosen, trained, and prepared to take on the duties of the high priest of Israel. And this moment is deeply connected to the end-time visions written by the prophet Daniel over 2,500 years ago. This is not just symbolic, it's not just historical, this is prophetic. Before we move forward, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you enjoy learning about Bible prophecy, archaeology, and the signs of the times from a faith-based and easy-to-understand perspective, then you'll feel right at home here. Now, let's explore what this new development means and how it connects directly to Daniel's astonishing prophecies. To understand the significance of the high priest's return, we need to go back to the days of the Old Testament. In ancient Israel, the high priest was the only one allowed to enter the Holy of Holies inside the temple. He did this once a year on the Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur, to offer a sacrifice for the sins of the people. But when the Second Temple was destroyed by the Romans in 70 AD, the entire priesthood system came to a halt. Since then, for almost 2 millennia, there has been no functioning priesthood, no sacrifices, and no temple. Yet according to end-time prophecy, all of this must return before certain events unfold. The book of Daniel tells us that in the last days, sacrifices will resume, and then they will be stopped again. Daniel chapter 9 verse 27 says, "He will confirm a covenant with many for 1 7. In the middle of the 7, he will put an end to sacrifice and offering. And at the temple, he will set up an abomination that causes desolation." This prophecy tells us that there will be a future temple with daily sacrifices, just like in ancient times. But that also means something else. It means there must be priests ready to serve, and a high priest to lead them. So when we hear that Israel has chosen and trained a high priest, it should cause us to pause and pray. For years, an organization called the Temple Institute, based in Jerusalem, has been working behind the scenes to prepare everything needed for the rebuilding of the Third Temple. They have recreated the sacred vessels, the priestly garments, the golden menorah, the incense altar, and even the Ark of the Covenant's outer model. But most people don't realize they've also been training men from the tribe of Levi to serve as priests, not just in theory. These are real descendants of Aaron, learning the ancient traditions, purifying themselves, and preparing to serve once the temple is ready. And now, for the first time in modern history, one of these men has been chosen as a potential high priest. His name has not been publicly declared to avoid controversy or political pushback, but sources close to the Temple Institute confirm he has been trained in all the ancient rituals, including the Day of Atonement sacrifices. He is ready to step into this role at any moment. This is not fiction. This is happening now. The fact that all of this is taking place in our generation is truly breathtaking. For nearly 2,000 years, the Jewish people had no nation, no temple, and no priesthood. But in 1948, Israel was reborn as a nation. In 1967, they regained control of Jerusalem. And now, in our lifetime, we are witnessing the revival of the priesthood and the preparations for the temple. Jesus himself spoke about the last days and warned us to watch for a specific sign connected to the book of Daniel. In Matthew chapter 24, verse 15, Jesus says, "So when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation, spoken of through the prophet Daniel, let the reader understand." This warning is for those living in the time when the temple has been rebuilt and sacrifices have resumed. It is about a future moment when the Antichrist will desecrate the temple, right in the middle of the prophetic 7-year period often referred to as the tribulation. But for that event to happen, the temple must first be rebuilt, and the high priest must be in place. So if the high priest is ready now, it means the rest could follow much sooner than we think. One of the last remaining steps before sacrifices can begin again is the appearance of a red heifer, a perfect, unblemished young cow that is used in a special purification ritual described in Numbers 19. The ashes of the red heifer are necessary to cleanse the priests and the temple area from ritual impurity, especially from contact with the dead. Without this purification, sacrifices cannot be performed. Amazingly, in recent years, several red heifers have been born, some even brought from Texas to Israel. These heifers are being watched carefully to make sure they remain pure. If even 2 non-red hairs are found, the heifer is disqualified. But as of now, some of them remain qualified. This means the moment the heifer is old enough, usually around 2 to 3 years, the purification ceremony can take place. And once it does, the priesthood will be fully purified and ready. It's all coming together, just as the Bible said. Daniel's prophecy speaks of a final week of years, 7 years that will begin with a covenant or treaty, likely involving Israel and many nations. Some believe this will be a peace agreement or security pact in the Middle East. Halfway through those 7 years, the Antichrist will break the agreement, enter the temple, and stop the sacrifices. This is when the abomination of desolation takes place. So if the priesthood is ready, and the red heifer is almost old enough, and tensions are rising in the region every day, then we must ask, could we be standing at the very edge of Daniel's 70th week? Only God knows the exact timing. But Jesus told us to watch and be ready. He warned us not to be caught off guard. Matthew chapter 24 verse 42 says, "Therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come." We are not called to set dates, but we are called to recognize the season. And everything about this moment in history suggests we are closer than ever before. This is not a time for fear. It's a time for faith. If the high priest is ready, if the temple is near, and if prophecy is unfolding before our very eyes, then we must draw closer to God than ever before. These signs are not meant to scare us. They are meant to wake us up and remind us that Jesus is coming soon. Make sure your heart is right with the Lord. If you've never surrendered your life to Jesus, now is the time. He is not only the Savior, He is also our eternal high priest. As Hebrews chapter 4 verse 14 declares, "Therefore, since we have a great high priest who has ascended into heaven, Jesus the Son of God, let us hold firmly to the faith we profess. No earthly priest, no temple, no sacrifice can replace what Jesus has already done. But these things must come to pass because they are part of God's great plan for the end of this age. So be ready, be watchful, and be encouraged." We are living in one of the most exciting and prophetic times in all of history. The return of the high priest is not just a religious ritual, it's a prophetic signal. It points us straight to the words of Daniel, Jesus, and Revelation. Things are moving quickly, and as the pieces fall into place, we can be sure of one thing: God is in control, and His word is coming true right before our eyes. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel for more faith-based videos. Stay alert, stay grounded, and most of all, keep looking up, because your redemption is drawing near. God bless you, and see you in the next video.